TradeEnglish.com, and this is Pay. Pay is the gap of the day. Pay paid all the way down to the nice target. I mean, of course, the dream target could have been 27.38. I think it was exactly. Yeah, I mean, this was a dream target. It will get to 27.38, but honestly, this thing moved to $29 or within 4 cents of it, which again is why you book the money. Okay, because $29 was a target, and if you waited to 29 in the button, you know, you got hurt in a bounce. But the point was, this is the gap of the day. Beautiful, beautiful gap. In fact, where was that 29.04? Is that 29.04 anywhere? 29.04. Why did it stop at 29.04? I can't find it, but it did bounce at 29.04. This was a beautiful gap. And in the room last night, I have a trading room. I said, you know what? I like Pay. If it works tomorrow, if the gap's down, I'm going to like it a lot. Last night it did. It had earnings out last night, and it gapped down. And I saw it last night, and I saw it this morning. I said, this is good. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at this chart. I actually use this chart in my class, and now I can add this chart to my class. I mean, this is just really, really, really so nice. Okay, such a beautiful chart to play, and again, if you learn how to trade gaps, you can play them for core and swing trades and get these things for nice big moves. I mean, even if you had gotten in this thing up here in April around $51, it's lost half its value since April if you played this gap and knew how to trade gaps. I mean, what am I talking about when I'm saying that? I'm talking about how to figure out what are the good gaps. You know, everything gaps every day. It doesn't mean that they're playable. Doesn't mean they're going to have momentum moves. Doesn't mean big money's playing them. Doesn't mean anything's happening with them. You know, half the stuff on the day in the market has nothing. There's nothing to do with it. You shouldn't even trade it. More than half of the stuff that's on the market, trading on any day, as a day trader, there's nothing to do with it. Things just wiggle and jiggle and do their trends, okay? The real play is in gaps. You get momentum moves, big money takes positions in and out on them, and that's how you make money as a day trader. Or as a regular person, as an individual. I'm talking about a people. People is a person, one person, not a bank, not a hedge fund, one person. You want to make money. How do you do it? You have to get and ride the coattails of the big money, and the way to do that is to find what's happening with momentum, and that's in gaps. But not every gap, only good gaps, quality gaps. Good gaps like this one here, which this was terrific. Beautiful, very nice gap, okay? Now note, it opened here, okay? Went up to 31.47. This is all it did. Here it is, 31.50. So I wanted it to open down here. It was down here in the morning. I was watching it. I really didn't want it to get over 31.25, but you know what? It did nothing wrong here. It opened right here at the resistance and dropped. Okay, it was really, really just incredible. I mean, this thing had the first drop in the morning down. Okay, went to below 30. Okay, remember the real target was 27.38. This thing can run $3 in the day. It can run $4 in the day. So you have to be prepared. You get the first drop, started basing off here. And I said, you know what, this is setting up again. Stop has to be over the topping tail, though. Okay, stop has to be over the topping tail. That's why you don't jump right back into this thing. This thing has a move like this, but you don't jump right back into it here. Wait for the next reversal time. 10 o'clock is the next reversal time. It dropped into 9:45 reversal time. Let it wiggle and jiggle and settle itself down. Let it tell you it's ready to retake it, which it did, okay? But unfortunately, you know, the stop has to be over here. Okay, because the later it gets, you got to make sure you have your stops at the right place. Then it had another drop down. Another nice drop down. Now, you really should have been out of this thing down here. To try to squeeze another 38 cents into this, into 10.15, you could have booked your whole trade into this. But if you said, you know what, I know it's going to 29, which I even said, when it went to 29.38, I said, you know what, it's going to make it to 29. And it reset up again. Reset up again in the 5-minute, rallied up here, a nice clean rally. Nice clean rally, didn't do anything wrong. Notice where it went to. Okay. Then, okay, fine, it went red, no entry yet. Green, okay, have to wait now. What is it gonna do? Red, okay, fine. Don't wanna see another green bar after this. This is it, okay? And we're getting into the next reversal time, 10:30 into 10:45, and you get the drop. You have to put the stop over here, though. You absolutely, absolutely have to put the stop over 30.10 because, you know, you have to have it at the right place. Otherwise, you're going to get dinged out of this. And if you get dinged out of something, you know, and it's you have $1 to go in a target, you're going to be upset with yourself if you didn't put your stop at the right place. This is the chance you take when you're playing stuff later in the morning, later in the day. The chance you take is you are saying to yourself, I'm going to suffer through waiting for this to go. It may take me 15 minutes, 30 minutes, you never know. You hope it goes into the next reversal time, 10:45, but it could have based out a little while longer until 11 o'clock. As it turns out, it set itself up so nicely and dropped again all the way down into 29 bucks. Or almost all the way down. I mean, really, you should have been out of this thing right here as soon as this went 1 penny over this bar here and been out. Because it's getting into the 11:30 time. Okay. Really nice trade. Really nice trade. I'm looking here. So what happened? I never followed this after that drop. It looks like this bar is, look, this is everybody getting out here. This is all the short covering that happened here, mostly because people probably were managing this down on bigger time frames and thinking maybe you could get all the way down to 27.38, which I did think too. But you can't get back a $2 some move. Okay, you have to watch it. Looks like everybody in the world got stopped out here. This is why this bar looks like this. I have to be clear, this isn't buying. This is all the people getting stopped out of the shorts. And then you have a crazy bar, and then of course, what are you gonna do after that? Nothing. It's getting too late, it's getting too late. You know, there's nothing to do here. This is everybody getting stopped out. So everybody decided to get out or have their stops probably over here. Where did this really go? It was 12:15. Let's look at how this looked in the 1 minute. Yeah, people probably were managing this down in pivots in the 1 minute here. And then when it went over this area here, it made that big shoot up. Look. It made that big thing here. People had their stops right over here, and then it went zoop. That's what happened. Anyways, this is a beautiful gap. This is the gap. Really, that, you know, these are the kind of things where you say, geez, it's so nice to go into the weekend, you know, with stuff like this on a Friday. You never expect it. Pay, BBY, to have these kind of plays like this right, you know, before the weekend and have such nice days. It's just, this is the reason I love trading. And of course, you know, you're done by lunch. Done by lunch, you play gaps, you're done every day by lunchtime. There's no reason why you even have to trade the afternoon. No reason. You make all your money in the morning. You have got to learn to play these things well and get the entries correct early in the day so that you can be done. Be done by 10, 10:15, 10:30, 12 o'clock, whatever you want to do, however it takes to get into the trade to get to the target. Play it out if you want into lunch. But lots of times they're done by 10, 10:30, and you can be done. And it's a beautiful way to make a living, actually. So, you know, you have a lot of freedom with it, too. Anyways, this is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com. If you're interested in learning how to trade gaps, please feel free to contact me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com, or I have a trading room. If you're interested in signing up for that, feel free to give me a call about that as well, and email me for more information. I hope you have a great night.